We live in a world where the illusion of perfectionism is still so rife. I mean, I'm sure even in your introductions now, you were just trying to perfect something, which is such a simple question. But that's the world that we live in. We want to put our best foot forward all the time because somebody is watching. Everybody's watching, right? So, to such an extent that some people would much rather not put themselves out there or their work for fear that it may not appear to be good enough. Sure. So, Wyatt, how did perfectionism impact you in the early days?
Sure. I think even now, when you make a video or when you want to post something, you are so worried more about what people think than how much you enjoy making it.
Sure.
And I myself struggle with it a lot. I enjoy making a lot of videos. In my drafts, I actually have 150 videos I haven't posted yet. Wow. But I'm so worried that when I post it, it's going to be looked at as this isn't like your other content and this isn't how you are usually. And it's difficult being the person you want to be because people have a view on who they think you are. Yeah. And I think in that sense, I do struggle almost every video and every time like I'm about to post is, do you enjoy it is the main reason why you post it, not because of the views, of the likes, what people think, but it's not easy to focus on that. And I think perfectionism in that sense affects me a lot because as much as I'd like to say that I'm doing this for me, I also do it because other people are watching. So that's pretty much that.
So yours is also then perception.
Yeah.
It's public perception. Over and above the perfectionism of just crafting your work, it then is the perception of what people think of what you've just crafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay Shetty, I don't know if you guys know him. Right? Inspirational speaker, podcast host, author. He says that when he's produced something, if it's 70% there, he's good to go. Sure. Would you echo that, Lukman, that 70% is good to go? Otherwise, we dwell on the 100% and nothing happens there.
Yeah, I do know that a lot of people tend to try and get, like you were asking Wyatt, have to reach that level of perfection. But what is perfect? Like, you're never gonna...
Yeah, you never really know.
So the reason I'm saying that is because I genuinely am not in the same sphere. If I've made something and it made me laugh or made me feel a certain way, even if I could have done it differently or whatever, I just... This is why I whacked my head on a sink yesterday.
Oh, wow. But that's the joy of the platform.
Yeah.
So I think that's also important to note that that's the joy of TikTok.
Yeah.
Because as much as it is for me and wanting people to, for others and wanting them to smile or laugh, I'm still having fun. If it wasn't fun for me, I wouldn't do it.
Tell me you went to a South African school without telling me you went to a South African.
What does great look like in your eyes?
These questions are scary.
I know. I was the first one to get answered.
They make you think.
Because I actually want to, since we're here, let's talk about that. Once you have shared a post, how do you know that it's great? Is it the likes that you receive? Is it the number of times it's shared? Or is it the comments that accompany that post? What to you is a great post, constitutes a great post?
I think for me, like I said, I enjoy it very much. If I can watch it like 3-4 times and laugh at it, I know that I did a good job.
You laugh at your own.
Yeah, someone has to.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, the comments and the likes and the shares reaffirm that a lot of the time. But also, that being said, it is very unpredictable, especially with like TikTok. It's you post something, you never know if it's going to do well, regardless if it's funny or not. So I think in essence of a post being great, you have to enjoy it and you have to be happy with it and you have to think, wow, I enjoy this work, because no matter how much time you spend on it, no matter how much you go into it, if you don't enjoy it, there's no point in posting it.
Love it.
Yeah, I share the
love
same
it.
sentiment. Like, as long as my why is fulfilled, like, why am I putting out that content? What is the cause of it? Then, if I'm good with the why, then let's go. Because there's algorithms now which we don't have control over. If you have a lot of sponsored posts on your Instagram, you are like down there in the bottom. So I can't be bothered. Just yesterday rather, I switched to the no show of likes options, because that's messing with me. Like, it's giving me so much anxiety. So I've just switched off the likes, and I'm just happy with what I put out. Whatever likes I get, it is what it is. Like, it's fine.
That. For me, it's about the commentary. Like, if I put a post and if I wanted to inspire someone, if I put a post there and somebody comments, it doesn't have to be likes, too many likes, as long as there's a comment there and it's positive. Listen,
I think I agree with you. Knowing that you're adding value, so it's a good thing that you enjoy what you're doing and you feel this is great, but it's also nice to hear from someone else that, man, you inspired me to maybe make a different decision, or you inspired me to look at myself differently, or you inspired me today. So knowing that I've added value, that for me fulfills my why as well.
It motivates you. It motivates you to want to keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
I think when you talk about important stuff, or when you make someone laugh and you know that you made a difference in the comments itself, and people say this is amazing, and a lot of times people say I've had a bad day.
Yes. So they say day made.
And then I just sit there and I'm like, I did this.
Yeah.
You don't realize the experience that you have and how you affect other people by the videos that you make, and it's really great to know that you're making a difference and you're doing something for someone's life.
I love that.
It makes me happy. It does make me happy. If I see somebody saying, you know what, you've made my day and I love what you have posted, then I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, Wyatt and I were speaking about the podcast that we just started like a week ago, and we were saying how as much fun as it is doing it, because it's just two of us just speaking nonsense. Like, the fact that people have actually responded well to it makes us want to do it more, because you are adding that value.
It's interesting because Jim Carrey says that the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency that there is.
Definitely.
And I think you guys are saying exactly that. Tando, when we spoke earlier this week, you spoke about boundaries, borders. And look, it wasn't directed at me. But
We hope so.
But it piqued my interest. And is it because you've had to set this up as a way of maintaining your sanity, because of the influx of perhaps DMs that you get, the influx of comments that you feel you need to respond to very quickly?
And the sense of urgency, I can't keep up with it. And I'm a perfectionist, so I like, if I see something, I'll respond. So my mechanic is like with you. I think I responded to your email the next day at about 10 in the morning, after I'd done my daily morning routines, but you sent it the day before. So we have a lot of interactions with agencies, with brand managers, where Umuntu will be sitting at 11 sending you emails. But it's like, you have to slow yourself down and be like, okay, I'll answer within working hours. You can't send me an invite for an event that's the next day and expect me to show up, even if I can, or I'm prepared. But it's just like, there's so many obstacles, and there's mental preparation as well. It's not just having the clothes that I can show up tomorrow, but it's just being mentally prepared. So I have to pace myself and slow myself down, that I won't meet everyone's demands. I have to pace myself and respect my craft as well when I bring to the table.
Jill, on that, as someone who is in brand, integrated digital brand manager, when you hear that someone say, if you sent me an email as a potential, client at 11 o'clock at night, and this, beautiful person responds to you within 24 hours the next day, and that time something magnificent has just landed on your table, and you are just wanting to partner with the right person. And it is last minute, and that happens in our world, where at the very last minute something is identified as an opportunity and you want to partner with someone. How much does that affect your perception of that person if they respond to you like the next day? Because in your world, they're taking their time and they're sitting on an opportunity, and you just want to get out there and make it happen. So what does that sound like to you when you hear it?
Look, I think that it is about balance. So I definitely respect that
nobody's available 24 hours a day. And even the conversation we were having earlier, like it's so different when you come from a position where you are responsible for a corporate brand. I mean, obviously you guys all responded as like from your personal brands, you put up stuff out there because you like it. The beauty of digital is that everything can be measured. What's also dangerous about digital is that everything can be measured. So something like your response rate or your response time as well. That's all things that I'm tracking as part of my social media community management. So
Interesting.
we don't have the same luxury of that. So if a customer says to me, I've had a really bad experience with my product, I can't sit and say, I'll get to it when I need to respond now. So it does put us in a different position. So for me, I think it's all about your objective. If as a content creator, you want to monetize this and you want this to be something that really brings value, then you probably need to take more of a professional approach to what you do. But with that being said, I absolutely respect boundaries. So I absolutely don't expect that you're going to get back to me right away. And by the same token, I think brands need to be responsible as well, that they can't expect something to happen right now. So I think it's about mutual respect on both sides and really both parties being responsible at the end of the day to meet a common objective. Because again, it goes back to your objective. If you guys don't have the same objective, don't work together. Then it doesn't work for you. So that's my view.